Hello everyone, this is Luigi and welcome to part 9. Let's play Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. As you can see, I'm at World 7-3 instead of 7-1, which would have been the logical place. You really didn't miss anything. I sort of decided that this is lagging a tiny bit, but it really shouldn't be enough to make me as bad as I have been through this. And then it took me a really long time to get through the World 7-1, and it didn't really take me that long to get through 7-2, but I complained a lot during it. It wasn't anything as quality material as the last 8 parts, though. I'm not feeling quite as well as I was when I was recording those. But as I noted in the part that got lost, this is not a very hard level. Nope. It's apparently a remake of World 1, or I guess it was 2, 3. It just has more Koopas and jumping and stuff in it, but I don't know. I remember as a kid, the flying Cheeps freaked me out, but they don't really anymore. And on to World 7-4, the last level in World 7, and the last fake Bowser. For some reason the castle's... oh, pfft, I hate this. I don't know, some of you probably haven't seen my Mega Man 9 videos, but I am not a big fan of trial and error puzzles, especially when they involve death. This is still considerably more lenient than Mega Man was, because I was basically memorize the level before you go into it, or else you're completely screwed. And now I'm just making my natural possible lag, more probably. I'm just retarded at 8-bit video games. But that's nothing new. I apologize for the lack of commentary. Apparently, eating a bunch of candy all day and having to deal with digesting it at the time of videos is not quite as good for my charisma as my last plan of, was that the part that was bad? Yep, it was. But yeah, apparently it is not as good for my charisma to eat candy all day and then do this than it is to eat candy just before recording this. Woo. I was just zoning out there. I forgot that Bowser actually did things sometimes, and I don't have a mushroom, obviously. Or blind. But yeah. Video games. This isn't that hard to remember, actually. I think I was thinking of the thing in Paper Mario that always bugged me. So Bowser really throws his hammers in a dumb way, and I can't believe I jumped into that. I need to start, remembering that Mario has not a variable jumping distance or jumping height. It is always the same thing. It is not dependent on how long you hold A. It is mostly dependent on... or I guess it's dependent on how long you hold A, but not very much compared to other things. It's basically like you tap A or you hold it, and there's no in-between. And if you can't tell, I'm just desperately searching for things to talk about, so to draw away from the tension of me being horrible at this. Pass the fireball, pass the hammers, past the Bowser. I thought I was past the fireball. Bowser wasn't jumping, stupid hacker. I was gonna say I should go back a world and get a mushroom, but that's not really possible. Been watching way too much Super Mario World videos. Alright, yeah, I'm just screwed for this whole part here then. At least I don't have to bother about doing the rest correctly to get back. That would be... I mean, I guess the sound effects make it pretty much easy, but it's still a little confusing if you weren't expecting a random puzzle in what is, up till this point, been a fairly simple platformer. It's not really till Super Mario 3 where you start getting puzzles. I can't believe I made that. Oh, Toad, you and your wackies. Or, I think they're called mushroom retainers in this. And mushrooms don't need retainers, they don't have teeth. World 8-1, I am almost to where the furthest I've ever been in this game. If I recall correctly, this is the longest level, but I don't think it is the hardest because I managed to beat it as a kid. And right now I think I would be better at this if I had time to actually practice, but Let's Playing a game is sort of confusing. It draws my attention away from the actual game and more like commenting on it. Do any of these let me go down them? Why is there just like random coins? I don't need a single coin at this point in the game, thank you. Because like the stuff in the shops cost way more than that by now. I hate it how that just happens if you press up or down and it's not in a pipe area. Or a vine area, I guess. I did not do a good job at finding vines in this. Screw you, parrot poopa. I don't know why I thought... I would have thought I passed a halfway point by then, oh well. If I have not made it clear by this point, I do not easily care about things. I need to quit singing because then I like have to try to figure out to perfectly sync up my commentary to the video, and that, even though it makes like the general quality higher, it's still too much effort. Is there a mushroom in here or something? Nope. I don't even want to bother. Can I get you this time? Thank you. And that other one did not do a very good job. I think in Super Mario World that shell might have made it. I'm not sure. I've not played it in a while. Like I said, I'm just more used to it than this. If I had kept holding the button, I either would have made it or I would have fallen. Oh well. I am getting noticeably better, I believe, with each, what's it called, run, because now I'm just sort of like, the wackies of me being not very good at Mario Brothers has sort of worn off, so now I'm like, maybe I can... I'm sorry, that's just annoying. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Not much to say here. I will hopefully have more in the way of commentary when I start up Super Mario Advance, because that game at least doesn't do crap like that all the time, because there are reliable sources of health, and it's built on a considerably better engine, considering they're both NES games, although I guess I'm used to Mario Advance, which is I think it's a port of the Super Mario All-Stars version of it. There's no excuse for that. It is, honestly, now all my screw-ups are just because I'm not used to being Tiny Mario. I'm used to having a bit of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Bit of slack. That's not it at all, but I don't know. I'm used to something, probably. More room for error. I'm almost positive there's a word that says that more gracefully, and that's the word I'm looking for, but it's just not coming to mind right now. It's not even as late as it was when I was recording my last segment, so... This is really starting to get old. If this game had physics like a real Mario game, and I jumped up high and had decent controls over my jumps after stepping on a Goomba, I would not have these problems. That's it. This level isn't fun anymore, and I'm almost out of time, so I will finish this up in part 10.